बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। नुज़रत रहमत। आज का हमारा टॉपिक होगा व्हाट इज पेस्टल एनालिसिस। अ पेस्टल एनालिसिस इज द स्ट्रेटेजिक framework commonly used to evaluate the business environment in which a firm operates. Basically, पेस्टल एनालिसिस एक स्ट्रेटेजिक फ्रेमवर्क है जो कॉमनली यूज किया जाता है बिजनेस में के इन्वायरमेंट में फर्म के जो ऑपरेशंस है उनका क्या वे है। ट्रेडिशनली द फ्रेमवर्क वाज रेफर्ड टू एज अ पेस्ट। इनिशियली जो ट्रेडिशन में अगर हम पुरानी पहले में बात करें तो इसको पेस्ट के वर्ड से एनालिसिस के नाम से याद किया जाता था, विच वाज एन acronym for political, economic, social, and technological. Is more recent history. The framework was extended to individual environmental and legal factors as well. The framework is used by management teams and boards in their strategic planning process and enterprise risk management. Planning pestle analysis is also a very popular tool among management consultants to help their clients develop innovative product and market initiative as well as within the financial analyst common community where factor may influence model assumptions and फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजंस। बेसिकली क्या आपको क्या डिसीजंस करने हैं, फाइनेंशियली क्या डिसीजंस करने हैं, आपको अपनी प्रोडक्ट को अपने इनिशिएटिव कैसे लेने, पेस्टल एनालिसिस आपको उसमें काफी हेल्प करता है। की पॉइंट फ्रॉम a pestle analysis can be incorporated into other industry and firm level frameworks such as matrix, butterfly forces, and SWOT analysis. Political factor. Broadly speaking, political factors are those driven by government action and policies. They include but are not limited to consideration like corporate taxation, other fiscal policy initiative, free trade disputes, antitrust and other anti-competition issues. It's a worth nothing that even the overhang of potential trade dispute or antitrust issue can present material risk and opportunities for management team. Divergent stance on key platform issue between parties on the left and the right can also make run ups to elections particularly challenging for a firm management team as the range of a possible outcomes can vary considerably depending on election result. Political factor example, a multinational company closes several facilities in higher tax in order to relocate operations somewhere with lower tax rates and a greater state funding and grant opportunities. Economic factor relate to the broader economy and tend to expressly financial in nature. They include interest rate, employment rate, inflation, exchange rate. Discuss here we will discuss about the economic factor example based on where we are in the economic cycle and what treasury yields are doing. An equity research analyst may adjust a discount rate in their model assumptions. It can have a material impact on the valuation of the companies they cover. Social factors tend to be more difficult to quantify than economic ones. They refer to shift or evaluation in the ways that stakeholders approach life and layer, which in turn can impact commercial activity. Example of social factors include demographic consideration, lifestyle trend, consumer beliefs, attitude around working condition. Here we will talk about the social factors कि सोशल फैक्टर्स में हम क्या एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं। पोस्ट पेंडेमिक मैनेजमेंट एट अ टेक्नोलॉजी फर्म हैज हैड टू seriously re-evaluate hiring, onboarding, and training practices after an overwhelming numbers of employees indicate a preference for a hybrid work from home मॉडल क्या आपका मॉडल ही टोटल चेंज हो क्या नो टेक्नोलॉजिकल फैक्टर in today's business landscape technology is everywhere and it's changing rapidly management teams and analysts alike must understand how technological factor may impact an organization or an industry. They include but are not limited to automation, how research and development R&D may impact both cost and competitive advantage. Technology infrastructure like 5G, cybersecurity, environmental factors emerge as sensible addition to the original PEST framework as the business community began to recognize that change to our physical environment can present material risk and opportunities for organization. Example of environmental consideration: carbon footprint, climate change impact, including physical and transaction risk, increased incident of extreme weather event, stewardship of natural resource like fresh water. Environmental factor is a PESTLE analysis will overlap. Consider we will talk about technology factor example. A management team must weigh the practical and the financial implication of a traditional form on-site physical servers to a cloud-based data storage solution. Environmental factors में हम जो एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं मैनेजमेंट एट अ publicly traded firm must re-evaluate internal record keeping and reporting tools in order to track greenhouse gas emission after the stock exchange announced mandatory climate and ESG disclosure for all listed companies. Legal factors में की जो एग्जाम्पल आएगी a rating agency is assessing the creditworthiness of a technology firm that has considerable growth prospects in emerging market. The analyst must rate this growth tra- the analyst must rate this growth trajectory against the inherent risk of IP theft. Where legal infrastructure is weak, IP theft can severely undermine a firm's competitive advantage. Pestle and financial analysts combined the above six factors can have a profound impact on risk and opportunities for a firm. It's imperative that the analyst must cumulatively recognize these and attempt to quantify them in their financial model and risk assessment tools. Some examples include financial analysts must adjust model assumptions such as revenue growth rates and gross margins based on inflation expectations. A business that has done a poor job managing its carbon footprint may be subject to future fine or carbon tax fine. So analysts may wish to project a cash reserve accordingly. A changing macroeconomic environment may require analysts at credit rating agencies to build in a high interest rate. Buffer for sensitivity analysts when calculation firms debt service coverage ratio. Massive level of automation in a particular industry are expected to reduce labor costs by which would materially change free cash flow estimated in financial model.